On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on? A blessed and wonderful Saturday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps, to the name Saturday, the day when some of the ones and ones I'm out there traverse the church. So happy Sabbath to you all. And please remember On The Spot News Media, its loyal viewers and subscribers in your immediate prayers as you traverse the church. You don't see how Jamaica run right now, so you know for sure. So we need that now more than ever. And to the regular ones and ones who's traversing the streets, whether you're going to the market district or to just conduct your regular business out there in these streets, please be careful. You definitely know how the weekends run. So safe travel, pan the gravel, and continuously look out on the corner here, cause what? The old dirty corner boy them. Always out there. Alerts, yeah man. So we are going to kick it off this morning over the western parish of Westmoreland, where the old dirty corner boy them strike again. Yeah man, the criminal elements made off with $1.3 million from a Westmoreland credit union. Now the Westmoreland police are searching for a group of criminal elements who robbed a financial institution in the parish yesterday morning, making good their escape with more than $1 million. It is said that heavily harmed criminal elements robbed the National Parish Cooperative Credit Union on Main Street in Grangeville, Westmoreland. Investigators stated that sometime about 9:20 a.m., a grey sedan motor car transporting the criminals drove up in front of the credit union. It is said that 3 men, one armed with an M16 rifle and the others with 2 handguns respectively, entered and ordered the manager to open the vault. The hoodlums then made off with $1.3 million in cash. Boy, may I tell you my peeps, the thing rough, because we all know what that $1.3 million will be invested in. Really sad to all these criminal elements are just roam rampant throughout society without being caught or in most cases not taken to justice. And still in the parish of Westmoreland, this man presently on your screen, who has since been identified as Glenroy McNaughton, said to be a chef by profession. Now, Glenroy McNaughton was out on bail for a matter that he had presently in the court. Now, Glenroy McNaughton was contracted by persons keeping a party in the Dunbars River area of Westmoreland when he and another was in that venue seasoning meats, putting together everything for the food part of the party that was to be later held. It is said that 2 men approached him and pulled out firearms from their waistband and started to fire shots in his direction. It is said that he ran and hid behind a counter, but the criminal elements chased him and fired several shots in his body. He was, however, rushed to the hospital in a bid to save his life, but he succumbed to injuries. Now, my peeps, the weekend continues its bloodiness. Yeah, man. Now over there in the parish of St. James, the St. James police have arrested and charged a 42-year-old woman who reportedly used a knife to inflict several wounds to a man's body during an altercation in St. James on Monday. The man is no longer among the land of the living. Now, the female has since been identified as Sharon Thompson, otherwise called Tanisha in the streets. She's of a Farm Heights address in Mobile, St. James. The man, who is no longer among the land of the living, is presently on your screen. He has since been identified as 32-year-old Domonic Poirier, otherwise known as White Guy, said to be of a Rhine Park address in the parish of St. James. Reports reaching on the Spot News Media is that on Monday, sometime about 7:15 a.m., Poirier and Thompson had a dispute when a knife was used to inflict several wounds to his upper body. He was, however, taken to the hospital in a bid to save his life, but he was pronounced you-know-what upon arrival. The woman, 42-year-old Sharon Thompson, was later arrested and subsequently charged with the offense of murder. Boy, may I tell you, nobody can sit down and reason out nothing at all these days. Everybody just bad and willing to flick a man bat for the least of things. Now over there in the parish of St. Ann, another brutal act committed against one of our nation's most vulnerable. This time I'm speaking about a homeless person, a person who is said to be mentally challenged. Now the St. Ann police have arrested a suspect implicated in the loss of life of 5, not just 1 or 2 or 3, but 5 people in the parish. The majority of the victims were homeless or mentally ill. Now, that person must also be mentally ill to be carrying out such a vicious attack on the homeless, who is also harmless for the most part. He's expected to be charged in the coming days. Now we're going to hear from the senior superintendent in charge of the St. Ann Police Division, that's Dwight Powell, as he weighs in on this latest spate of violence in his police division. Listen.
The St. Ann Police Division continues its relentless effort to ensure that the parish remains safe. I would want to use this medium to appeal to anyone with information, especially around the street people murders in St. Ann, to make contact with the St. Ann Police Department or any of the force confidential lines, to include 311-811. Despite the challenges with murders in the parish, we are confident that those which cannot be prevented, we will work relentlessly to solve.
Now over there in the neighboring parish of St. Catherine, the Old Harbour Police, which is a part of the St. Catherine South Police Division, have recovered an illegal firearm and ammunition after a fatal knockings and clappings between them and criminal elements. Now on your screen is a .45 pistol that was recovered by the police, along with 120 9mm rounds of ammunition, following the fatal knockings and clappings in the Salt Gully area, which borders Old Harbour Bay and Lloydspen. The incident is said to have occurred along the Salt Gully main road sometime about 1:15 p.m. yesterday. The Old Harbour Police have confirmed that an unidentified man was fatally conned up by them in what investigators are reporting to be a shootout. A large team of police officers were present on the location with the scenes of crime detectives processing the area. According to preliminary investigations, a police team was on patrol in the area when they signaled a Toyota motor car to stop. It is alleged that the driver opened gunfire at the cops. The cops returned fire, hitting the driver and a female passenger who was also in that motor vehicle. Both were transported to the hospital where the driver, whose identity remains unknown at this time, was pronounced you know what, and the woman admitted under police guard. The weapon used by the deceased man has been concealed, as well as the ammunition seized during the search of the vehicle. Now investigation continues. So as soon as On The Spot News Media gets the identity of the now deceased, you will be updated in a subsequent newscast. Now the last thing that we are going to talk about, my peeps, are some of them Krasmite gal, yeah man, and how some of them bare face and just dry eye with them dirty lifestyle. Now on your screen is one of such. She goes by the name of Tashii in the criminal underworld, but most people may know her as Tashii. Now this old fartier went on her live and said some things that I cannot believe how brazen people have become. I want to listen closely to what she is saying, especially in the latter part of her discussion. Listen.
The bitch. Just chop up. I think I'm a fight today, though. I fight today, me a man and girl. She hold me and my brain. I just have to be a welcome. Some whole about now. If I try for hurt her good, I be a welcome. No man just to police them come drip. If I went for something, no man just be a welcome. So be a welcome. But none of come looking at the good feel from my face. Swellish man, me not get no blood clot. Like I be a welcome. So man have to act up my body and say yeah. I'm gonna get no which way, which part from my face. I'm not getting no late. Not a blood clot in the front of the body. Not swelling, nothing. Not swelling, nothing. The front of the body. If a girl goes something here, the gun man just want a boxer shot. One boxer shot and them good, but them not use up all of the shots.
Now I hope you hear her loud and clear. The regular members of Chan Public and also the criminal elements them out there. Uno thing water down and turn lily in our streets. Because if this Krasmite can say, all uno need is a boxer shot, an argument done, dirt settings carry out. And she is confident that uno not gonna use the whole boxer shot either. And that's how uno thing reach. Boy, me I tell you, and you call on yourself gangsters. You is a set a little waste, dirty kind of boy. Because of that you badness narrow down to. Because if them like a Krasmite gal can just go in a boxer shot and smother life gone, floops, just like that. Me no know what kind of badness you really are going with. Once upon a time, the criminals them back in the days used to bad for your cars. Now uno just a bad for your boxer can. Boy, me I tell you, uno thing water down. But anyway, this girl here, we known as Tashii or Tashii as most people would call her. Just after the female lose her 3 points from Maxfield Avenue there so. For those who know, them take with them body and go live over Spanglers. Now, a fear brother did inner knockings and clappings in a West Kingston when them find a man in a barrel along Beeson Street. Now, this family here is a little problem set of people. Now, she want criminal elements, gunman, to take a girl life simply because she and her are matey, so to speak. the two of them asleep with the same man. And you would have go as far as take another female like yourself life over a man. And this is the thing narrow down to in Jamaica. These females, these toxic females, me I tell you no, most times sits at the helm of a lot of community wars. Because picture this now, she go make man from wherever go do a dirt pan the female. Now where the female come from, them man they go see them man there, and that I go cause a all-out war between two communities. And when you trace where it come from, is a wife and matey type of situation. Make two communities are now at loggerheads. Now, so-called Danman, so-called Nakis and Clappis in these areas, you need to understand on yourself and stop make some little crasmite gal with them salt self put in a problem, because when you go do the dirt, a uno officer yeman pick, I go come ClapWeh, and a fool no pitney, I go left fatherless, a fool no mother, I go band belly and ball when time you end up in a prison and get 35 to life. No, as always, a word to the wise. Now anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.